Some big changes to SNAP benefits, otherwise known as food stamps, for the low income this year. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. Alright, now in this video, I do want to discuss some big changes coming into the SNAP program, otherwise known as food stamps, for the low income a little bit later this year, and why these changes are taking place. Let's get into it and discuss all the details. However, really quickly before we do, thanks so much for joining me. If you're enjoying this video so far and you want more like it, please make sure to subscribe right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so, and because I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information hitting the wire and any changes to fixed income benefits for the low income and fixed income beneficiaries. As things are changing rapidly, we're getting new information out of Congress, new bills, packages, and proposals. We're getting new talk and things that they want to do for the low income, and of course change all of these benefits. Therefore, we need to continue watching all this stuff very closely, because you never know what might be popping up out there we can possibly grab and or take advantage of, and how it may impact you, your money, your benefits, your lifestyle, and your bank account. So again, I'm here for you in any way that I can be. There's a lot of things that are going on. It's a busy, confusing, and uncertain time right now, but either way, we got to stick together through this. And again, I'll be here for you every single day, no matter what. That's my promise to you and everybody here in the community, and as always, I'm sticking to it. So again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss any videos going forward. And let's get into it and talk about some big changes on the horizon for SNAP benefits, otherwise referred to as Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also called food stamps, specifically dedicated to the low income. All right, so I want to bring this to your attention because something very interesting is happening this year that we certainly need to pay attention to, because Congress is getting all worked up right now about this, and again, why we need to watch this very closely. Now, as of right now, there are just under 43 million SNAP beneficiaries all across the country, all of which are low-income individuals. Therefore, this is going to impact a lot of people all across the country, so we probably want to know what this is going to be happening here, all right? So, with that being said, let me walk you through some of the details about this and why all of this is actually happening this year. Why? Why are they doing this year? And why do I say a little bit later this year? All right, so let me talk you through the details really quickly. So the reason that I'm saying a little bit later this year is because the fiscal year for the federal government starts on October 1st. That is when any changes to SNAP benefits also go into effect at the beginning of the new fiscal year, which is October 1st. Well, we're not that far away. I know that we're still a few months out as of right now as I record this video, but honestly, time goes fast. I mean, I think we could all probably agree, time goes very fast, right? Can you believe that we're already this far into 2023? I know, right? So, as a result of that, let's talk through what they're now discussing. Here's the thing though. I want to bring this to your attention because this is a very important aspect. And like I said, Congress is having a heyday with this right now, and they're talking about all these new changes that they want to bring into the SNAP program. First off, we've got to watch the Farm Bill. What does that mean? Here's what it is. The Farm Bill is a piece of legislation in Congress that they negotiate and they bring to the floor once every 5 years. Guess what? The last time that they negotiated this one out was in 2018. 5 years ago. Yeah, so what does that mean? It's up for negotiation right now. Well, guess what? When anything comes up for negotiation, any type of contract, any type of lease agreement, any type of piece of legislation, anything that comes up for renewal, guess what they want to do? There's always a negotiation, right? Well, that's what Congress is dealing with right now, and we have about 43 million people here on the line as a result of what Congress may come out with, okay? So let me talk you through some of the major proposals that are floating around out there right now. But I want to say this much. As of right now, they have not gone through the voting process. They have not gone through any of these changes yet. So nothing of this is written in stone yet. But we got to watch it because you never know, right? We never know. We know that there will be changes. We don't know what those are going to be quite yet. Here is one of the big ones, okay? And again, I'm not saying that this is going to pass through. I don't know if this is going to have any traction in Congress yet, but this is a big one that I've seen popping up quite a bit lately. And again, we want to focus on this. They're talking about implementing a work requirement, okay? Now, again, I know that this can be upsetting. I know that this can be really disappointing, but let me talk you through the details so we understand what this actually means here really quickly. And then I want to get into something else that is actually pretty encouraging as well, including more benefits, okay? More on that here in just a second. Let me buzz this through this really quickly, and then I'm going to throw my opinion in on this in just a second here as well, okay? So here's what they're talking about. Implementing a work requirement. In other words, basically saying if you're going to receive SNAP benefits, you'll need to work, X hours per week or something like that. Now, that's kind of an interesting proposal. This is what they're now suggesting, but let me throw my opinion out there if this is something I believe will actually happen. In my honest opinion, no, I don't believe this is going to happen. It is a proposal that is out there right now. It is something they are talking about. It is something that's floating around Congress. But in my honest opinion, I do not believe that this has enough traction in Congress to actually get its way through, okay? Maybe it passes through the House, maybe it passes through the Senate, but I don't think this one provision is going to pass through both of the chambers. If it does, for the president to sign it into law with a work requirement, I don't know about that, okay? I just don't know about that. I don't really think it has a whole lot of weight behind it. Even though there are some lawmakers who really, really want to get this done and who want to implement this, I just don't foresee it getting enough support in Congress for it to actually be implemented. But at the same time, you never know, right? Which is why we got to continue watching that. So a work requirement is a big one. All right, so next, there will be an increase to SNAP benefits starting October 1st. Now, again, I know that is a very long time from right now. Well, honestly, it's not that far away, right? It goes fast. Seriously, the years go by so fast. The months go by really quickly. But we know this much. As of October 1st, the beginning of the new fiscal year for the federal government, and that is when SNAP benefits increase as a result of the COLA. There will be a COLA increase to SNAP benefits, just like your other monthly benefits like Social Security, retirement, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA benefits. All of these benefits also get an annual cost of living adjustment to them. SNAP benefits gets the same thing. SNAP benefits also gets a COLA. However, get this, it's generally a lot more than the COLA you get for your other fixed income benefits, okay? Let me put it into perspective. This year in 2023, the COLA was 12.5%. Wouldn't that be nice to get a nice 12.5% COLA on your other fixed income benefits? Yeah, I agree. That would be really nice. However, it's based on food inflation, okay? Strictly food inflation. Well, as of right now, food inflation is still between 10 and 11%. We'll have to see what happens here over the coming months, but based on what's happening right here with the COLA and food inflation and things like this for SNAP benefits, we could potentially be looking at anywhere between about an 8 to possibly 10 or 11% COLA yet again for SNAP benefits starting in October. So again, not bad. That'd be a pretty nice bump to benefits for SNAP beneficiaries. So again, I will continue to watch that one very closely, okay? So let's keep an eye on that going forward. Next, another big one out there that I want to talk about, I've seen this in the headline a few times, and I want to bring this to your attention, which is they're talking about revamping the entire EBT card. Okay, so we know right now, and I've talked about this before in other videos, there's all this stuff going around right now where, unfortunately, some SNAP beneficiaries have had their benefits wrongly taken from them from people with ill intentions, right? So basically they go in, they take your benefit, and they basically just take all that money from you. Not a cool situation, right? Well, as a result of that, I've seen this in headlines a few times where they want to redesign the EBT card basically on a nationwide basis, so across the entire country. Yes, the EBT cards, essentially are on a state-by-state level, but basically what they want to do is roll out a completely remodel of the EBT card to make it more secure for the beneficiaries who receive these benefits. Well, let's talk about it for a second. Would that make financial sense? Yes, that is a no-brainer, because here's the thing. If benefits are being wrongly taken from beneficiaries and they don't have the necessary security measures on these cards and they're easy to tap into and people can have their benefits taken from them, would it make sense for them to plow, I don't know, a couple tens of millions of dollars? I don't know how much something like that would cost, but let's just say it cost $20 million to revamp or to redesign the EBT card. Okay, if this were to take, say, $20 million, would they save that money over time? Yes, because here's the thing. They implemented a new change as of October 1st of 2022, where those beneficiaries who have their benefits wrongly taken from them can get them reinstated. Well, guess what? It's not going to take that many beneficiaries to have their benefits taken from them wrongly and those benefits reinstated to be at a break even or even in the black type of situation. Whereas, they might spend $20 million up front to redesign the EBT card and to make it more efficient and to make it more secure. But at the end of the day, If this means that people can no longer take benefits from beneficiaries wrongly, well, guess what? It's only a matter of time until it's break even, right? Until that 20 million, or again, I'm just making up 20 million. I have no idea how much that would actually cost. I'm just saying, if we were to take actually $20 million, it wouldn't take that long until that money is basically recouped because, now benefits are not being taken as easily, right? So that is something else I've seen floated around. Whether they will actually do that this year or at some point, again, good question. We'll have to see what actually happens here. But these are some of the changes that are coming out as of now. Now, we are still a few months out from when this is going to be going into effect. But remember this much. Congress needs to pass the Farm Bill yet again, okay? That is the big key takeaway here. It's not like this is going to be, just a few minor changes coming in for SNAP benefits. Maybe it'll be a few minor changes. But considering that they need to rework and they need to renegotiate the Farm Bill yet again going into the next fiscal year, I would say that's a pretty big one. This is one that gets negotiated every 5 years. It doesn't come up all that often, but when it does, you better believe that lawmakers want to make some changes to this, okay? And we know that as of right now, the SNAP benefit program costs the federal government about $153.9 billion a year, okay? Do you think lawmakers have their eyes on that $153.9, nearly $154 billion? You better believe they do, right? So therefore, we got to continue watching them. We can't trust Congress at all, right? They've proven to us many times before, we can't trust them. They cannot be trusted. So especially when it comes down to money for low income and fixed income beneficiaries, Congress can't be trusted. We got to watch them. They got sticky fingers, right? If you know what I mean, right? They always want to cut benefits. They're always trying to do something to tinker around these programs and do something that they think is better. But is it really? Like they say, if it isn't broken, why fix it, right? So anyway, not saying that SNAP benefits are not broken. The program certainly needs to be fixed up like a lot of these other programs out there. But when it comes down to it, you kind of got to watch them, right? So anyway, as I do get more details on the Farm Bill or any other details of how they want to change this program, of course, I'll continue to keep you posted, and any other changes to the EBT card or anything that they want to implement as far as these work requirements. Again, I'm going to continue watching that one very closely as well. It is circling around out there. They're talking about it. There are proposals in Congress to implement this, but in my honest opinion, I don't think that one's going to fly, but you never know. We have no clue if they're going to actually do it or not. That's why you got to watch them, right? Either way, hope this one helps you. Again, this pertains to about 43 million Americans all across the country. As I do get more details, of course, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down. But it's something we got to be aware of as we approach the deadline of when this needs to be passed into law yet again by October 1st, the beginning of the new fiscal year. So anyway, hope this one helps you. Again, please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, especially if you know somebody that's receiving SNAP benefits, otherwise referred to as food stamps. And also go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, take care, have a good one, and catch